Yes guys, finally we are here. This is our first episode. Yeah, so tulikuwa tuanze. Unfortunately nimekuwa set up a few things here and there, so that's why it has taken me some time, but finally we are here. We can look at HTML. Yeah, so this is a very basic tutorial. Like, it is very basic in terms of everything that you need to know about HTML. Yeah, kuna vitu ngumu, ni vitu rahisi. So it is the first step that every developer wants to go through, because they need to understand the basics. Yeah, so we look at HTML from A to Z. Tuangalie what are the standards, what are you required to know, what type of skills that you need to have when handling, what is the knowledge that you need to have when handling HTML. Yeah, so tutaangalia the most important things. Yeah, as I said, there are basic things when it comes to development. Yeah, so let's jump into it. So I have my document here. I had prepared a slide over here, as you can see. So itakuwa kama ni guide. Yeah, so we're going to look at a lot of stuff. Yeah, so these are documentation that I've prepared about everything. So I'll also share this documentation in the comment section below, and I'll also share my GitHub link. Yeah, so that you can get the code there. You will also get the documentation on my GitHub, and also you can reach out on the comment section, and I'll be able to share the document with you. Yeah, so let's look at what is HTML. Yeah, so the reason as to why I created this course I want to make people understand the power and influence of HTML, because without HTML hakutakuwa any website. HTML is the most basic. I don't want to call it a programming language, because it is it's a markup text. So like it is the backbone of everything that you normally see in the website, because without it hatungekuwa na any websites. Yeah, so let's look at what HTML is. So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Yeah, and najua mtu atajiuliza Hypertext Markup Language ni nini. So definitely ukikuwa hapo hivi inamaanisha kuna net, so that's something that unaweza angalia. Yeah, for markup language inatumika ku create web pages. Unapata let's say, let me pull up my I don't want to do that. Yeah, so when you search on Google Chrome, any website, let's say for example Facebook, anything, Instagram, anything, so what's pop-ups, it is basically HTML. HTML ndio inafanya unaona hizo vitu zote zenye ziko hapo. Yeah, so inatumika ku create web pages, and it also describes the structure of the web page. Utapata there's a way yenye web pages zimepangwa. Utapata kama let's say for example Instagram, utapata kuna the feeds, kuna the threads, kuna comment section. Facebook same case, utapata kuna feeds, kuna friends. As in tukiangalia the web pages, there is a way it is structured. It is not just a gamble thing. There is a structure for it. In HTML inatumika kutengeneza the structure of web pages. Yeah, so HTML consists of a series of elements. Kuna a lot of elements in HTML. We will be looking at them. We'll be looking at them one by one because ziko kadhaa. Yeah, and tutaziona what each element is used for and its purpose kwa kutengeneza web pages na the structure of web pages in HTML. Yeah, so the next thing is elements tells the browser how to display the content. Hizo ni tutaangalia. Elements label piece such as this is a heading, this is a paragraph, there's a link, etc. So elements, we'll look at the HTML elements, and for now just know that HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. If you need more details about that, make your Google your best friend. Yeah, because definitely you won't have to be fed everything. So hypertext is on, if then you can just Google and see. Yeah, and HTML is the backbone of creating web pages and the structure of web pages. I know kuna more advanced ways of creating structures for web pages, but as of now, since you're studying HTML, just understand that HTML is a very important, a very key language when it comes to structuring web pages. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, so in case of any question, just type in the comment section below and I'll be able to answer you. Yeah, so let's look at let's look at a simple HTML document. So this is an example, this is a screenshot, this is an example screenshot of how a basic HTML document looks like. Yeah, unaona kuna the doc type HTML. I'll explain later what that means. There's the HTML tags, the head tag, the title tag, the body tag, and the heading and the paragraph. So when you look into details, the doc type HTML, what does it mean? This declaration defines that this document is an HTML document. So whenever there's you're creating an HTML document, you have to declare, you have to make a declaration that defines the document. Ndio isionekana ni kama ni any other type of a document. So the web page should be defined using the doc type HTML tag. Bila hii italeta confusion kwa browser, because okay, I know this, some things here comes as default, but without this one you need to specify this one so that the web pages make it easier. You make it easier for the web pages to, okay, web browsers to understand whichever type of document it is. That's why inaandikwa doc type, because it shows the type of a document, and then HTML, so itakuwa ni a doc type of HTML document. Yeah, so let me explain first, and then I'll pull up my text editor, and then I'll show you how to create an HTML document. Yeah, so the HTML element is the root element of an HTML page. So after creating the doc type element, you need to create an HTML document. Okay, kama unatumia text editor, kama let's say for example VS Code, okay, type 2 HTML in autofill all this, because okay, it makes work easier for the developers, but again you should know ni nini inakuwa filled up with. So for HTML, it is the root element of the HTML document. Ya kwanza, it just specifies ama defines that it is an HTML document. So for this one, it is the root element. That's why unaona kwa hii example liko hapa, after the doc type you go to the HTML, and then the head element contains meta information about the HTML pages. So utakuja utapata kuna head hapa. So in this head kuna kitu inaitwa metadata. So tutaangalia all those metadata and one by one so that you understand what it is when I say metadata. But in the head section unapatanga hapo hivyo ndio most of the information that it is displayed in the head inaekwa. Kitu kama the title of the HTML document, vitu kama the language, kuna a lot of stuff that are stored in the head element hapo hivi. We will look at them. So as of now, just understand that the head contains meta information about the HTML page. Let's look at the title. So the title element specifies the title of the HTML page. which shows the browser title bar in the pages tab. So ukiona an HTML document kuna head and then inside it kuna a title inakuja on top of the, kama for example vile una search Facebook and then Facebook appears up hivyo juu. Anyway, let me just do this. Let me bring my text editor. Let me bring my text editor and I show you practically what I mean. Just give you a few minutes. Give it a few minutes. Yeah, so we're good to go. So we are good to go. We are good to go. Yeah, should be ready. Should be ready. Okay. Take some time to load. It's taking some time to load. I don't know why is it like that. Okay. So as we wait for this to load, because it takes some time, let's look at the body. So the body element defines the document's body. It's straightforward, and is the container. Okay. Sorry for that. So the body element defines the document body and is a container for all visible content such as heading, paragraphs, images, hyperlinks, table, list, etc. So whenever you have the head, so the next thing that you have is the body. Now the body is just self-explanatory, that everything that is in the HTML document that is shown in the user interface, it is always stored in the body, be it the headings, be it the paragraphs, be it images, be it tables, graphs, everything, it is stored in the body. And you look at what an H1 element is and a P element. So these are just examples of elements. So let me jump to my editor. Let me jump to my editor. Where is it? So which one do I use? Let me just use VS Code. Okay. Here's the VS Code. Okay, open folder. Let me just say let me just open a folder. No, let me create a new folder. Let me call it HTML. Create, open. Let me move myself to this side. Make it a bit the corner. Okay. Trust the author. Let's trust the author. Yeah, so this is my text editor. Let me close this. Yeah, so I have opened a folder. I created a folder for the project. Now hapa hivi ndo tutakuwa tunaweka all our documents. Kama tuko na multiple HTML documents, so zitakuwa in our folder. So let me create my first HTML document. So acha niite index. index.html. Yep. Yeah, and image fungua. So let me show you the shortcut. Once you just type HTML, enough for you to fill. Take some time. No. Take some time. Yeah. HTML, ukiandika tu HTML inafaa kuonyesha. So unachagua this one ya pili. Yeah, so I know there's more plugins. So ukikuja hapa hivi kuna plugins ama extensions that unafaa kuinstall. Yeah, so kama unatumia VS Code, I think it's wise to uangalia what are the most important extensions zenye unafaa kuwa nazo. Yeah, so kuna moja ya HTML. So kuja hapa you can search for an extension HTML, and then unaweza install yenye unaona. For my case I have this one. So I have HTML CSS IntelliSense. Yeah, so you can also have this one as well. Yeah, but that's upon to you, that's your choice. So back to here. Yeah, so tumeshatengeneza our HTML document tukaita index.html. Yeah, so tukifungua, let's run this. So right click, run with live server. Come on, open with live server, and then it I think there is a way. Let me just close this real quick. Close this one as well real quick. Yeah, so yeah, our document is here. Let me minimize this so that it is well visible. Yeah, I want it to be well visible. Yeah, so our document is here. It's an empty HTML document. So ukiangalia vile tuliname tuliita index.html, and this is the URL. So imekuwa hosted in our local machine. That's on 127.00.1 something. Yeah, and then /index.html. Yeah, so basically that's how you create an HTML document. Now unaifungua so that you can start working on it. Yeah, najua to make a few lines of code here zenye zimekuwa autofilled by your HTML command. So as I was saying, the first thing you need to show is your HTML document, the type of HTML document, and then this one as well shows the language of your document. All this helps the browser easily navigate, and also the browser to understand your document. So the language is in English, and the doc type is an HTML document. And in the head hapo ndo tuliona kwa head that it contains the metadata ama meta information of the HTML document. So ukikuja hapa hivi utapata kuna kitu inaitwa meta charset. Charset is simply a character type ama character. It defines the character encoding of your HTML document. Yeah, so but easy to zote, as long as you just have an HTML document, most of our browsers understand, but it's also good to know that what they mean. So hii inaonyesha the character encoding of your document. Yeah, and then there's the name, there's the viewport, there is the content, blah 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 blah, and there's the title of the document. So tukiangalia our document hapa hivi juu inajita document, inajita to document. Let's rename this to something else, to it how do you call it, let's call it HTML document. Yeah, save that, and ukifungua your live server utaona imechange, so inajita HTML document. Yeah, so this title, it is not shown in the body of the HTML document, it is only housed in the head, because up hivi ndio anything that is in the head, it will only be shown at the bar up hivi. So everything that is in the title, it will only be shown in the bar up hivi. Yeah, so in our documentation tulikuwa tumeona the body. Let me maximize this. The body houses everything, like it is a container for all visible contents such as headings, paragraphs, images, hyperlinks, tables, lists, etc. So at the moment tukiangalia body yetu haina kitu, it is all blank, hakuna anything. So na hapa hivi ndo tumeona everything in a HTML document, it is supposed to be housed in there. So let's do an example of an heading. This is just a quick demonstration of how an HTML document looks like. Let's say heading h1, and then let's say this is h1 h1 heading. We look at all the heading elements or tags, and tutaziona zinaanzia h1 hadi h6. Yeah, and then let's say there is a quick paragraph, so we can do a lorem ipsum. Kifinya tu lorem ita autofill. Let's save this, tuangalia what we've done. Yeah, so tukiangalia in our document tume modify our body part of the HTML document na tukapata the heading. Here's the heading, na tukapata a paragraph, so saying that lorem ipsum blah 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 blah. So if we modify this one further, let's say this is a paragraph. This is a paragraph. Yeah, so kuna a lot of HTML elements tuziangalia one by one. Yeah, so in this episode I just wanted to show you how the outlook of an HTML document looks like. Na tumeona kuna, the first thing you need to do is you need to show the type of your document for the browser to understand it. Yeah, by saying doc type HTML. Niko sure ukianza kucode you won't be doing all these. Easy to need just for formalities, because itakuwa tu out of field, because utasema tu HTML and then zitakuja zote, but it's also good for you to understand. Yeah, so the first thing utasema ni define the type of your document, which is an HTML document, and then this one will just come automatically, but it also shows the language of your document. It's in English. And then the header, sorry, not the header, the head shows, like, it houses the metadata or the meta information of your document. And there's the body, houses everything that you always see in an HTML document, the elements, the images, the links, the videos, everything, it's housed in the body. And then you close your HTML document. Yeah, so there's something else that is not housed in the body, which is called a footer. Yeah, so we look at a footer. So let's say let's do a paragraph in the footer. Tuseme this is a footer, this is a footer. So Control S, yeah, this is a footer. Let's save that. So kuna a lot of things that we haven't done so far. So in our document, our footer is here. I know this is weird enough kwenda hivi chini. Yeah, so tukifanya CSS, I will show you how to align this footer kujuku chini, the body kuwe mahali hapa, and then the header. Like we have not styled the document, so as of now we just wanted to know how the basic HTML document looks like. Yeah, so that's our first episode. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one.